You have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian.
Yes, this also goes for every Grenadian, home and abroad. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique together. This is our home, and we must work diligently. We must work with a patriotic heart, mind, soul, knowing that this is our home and we have to make it better. We have to improve it for our children and children. So come, my brother, come, my sister. Let us put our differences aside. Let us put country first and party after. Our country needs us now more than ever before. We are going towards 50. 50 years is indeed a historic milestone and will be a historic milestone. Not many people can boast of their country celebrating 50 years of independence. And we can look right around the Caribbean and you would see what I'm talking about. So we are coming of age, and I always see on this program one very mammoth or humongous or big task. They all mean the same thing, is to change the mindset of our people. And if we can do that over the next 50 years, it will be a major achievement. Some of us may not be around for the next 50 years, but if we can start the process of working on the mind of our people, to have our people understand that this is our home and we need to make it better. Yes, you can be critical. Yes, you can vent, but sometimes you have to think before you speak, or all the times, every time. You need to think before you speak, because it may have damaging consequences for our homeland, for our communities, for our families. That's important, very important. And in this day and age of misinformation, of disinformation, of false information going out there, spreading like wildfire. For example, this morning, this guy who always calls the Plead Your Cause program on WFM, and he would say, the chatters on the streets, the chatters on the streets. He used words to the effect that, the Catholic home closed down and there are people who are looking for a place to stay, right? And he went on to say, well, the Prime Minister's residence, that old building that is infested with all kinds of stuff, right? I mean, he didn't use that to see what it's infested with and so on. But I'm telling you that, there are moles, there are all kinds of stuff in there. So he went on to allege that the government is paying some 200,000 plus every month for the rent of our beloved prime minister, which is false, totally false. You could imagine 200,000 plus dollars a month. You're actually alleging that in 10 months, the government is paying $1 million plus for rent of a building in Grenada for our beloved prime minister. And you don't even have to go there. You can start with the governor general and come all the way down. It's just a big fat lie by the folks who would call that program, right? They would call the program, and they are free to lie. They are free to misinform the public. A lot of them. I was able to record that particular caller this morning because sometimes recording that program makes no sense, right? I used to do it religiously. Sometimes, if I feel like, I do it. And I'm not going to even feature the caller's voice on this program, to be honest with you, because I think these people know what they're doing. To call a program and to allege that, well, he didn't use the word allege, but I am here saying that he alleged that the prime minister, he's no longer in this old building, of course, right, at Mount Welldale. It's I think they call it San Souci, around that area there. And the building that he's in, that particular call on WeFM Plead Your Cause program, is alleging that government is paying 200,000 plus a month, right? It's amazing. And they are free to say those things and get away with it. No one will correct them. The host will not do that. Then you have another caller who would call and say, well, he heard on the Heartbeat program X, Y, and Z, right? And many a times they're misquoting, misrepresenting what was said. But they love to see that. Well, I heard so and I heard so. And they go on a program and they say all kinds of stuff in that regard. And this thing spreads, right? Misinformation spreads really fast. But they are free to do it in Grenada. What needs to happen, there needs to be some form of control from NTRC in terms of misinformation and disinformation, and hold radio stations accountable for it. So if the people call a live program and say certain things, the host supposed to be able to correct them or stop them in their tracks, because that can have damning effect on a whole nation, misinformation and so on. But that is what you have in Grenada. A lot of people believe they have a radio in their house, they have a phone, and they're free to say anything and everything during the morning time. And if others talk about it, well, boy, they would believe that they're connecting, they get into the source. So they want you to talk about it, they want you to speak about it. But you speak about it because you want the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique to be aware that this is misinformation, it's false information, right? And many of these people, they don't even know what they're saying. They just speak. Or they would listen to some NNP program and they grab those stuff and they run with it, which is dangerous because you have a whole country at stake, but they don't care about that. I want to say further that we have to remain positive in the face of all this misinformation, all the lies, all the, propaganda coming from the NNP. Because look, the NNP is in real problems, right? In fighting, they cannot have a convention, they cannot have a general council, they just cannot have anything. one or two of them trying to organize liquor fundraisers. They have not been very successful. I know my good partner Nolan Cox, he trying a thing from time to time, but they have not been very successful. So the NNP is falling apart rapidly, and there is this fight between the guy who has been there for donkey years against everybody else. So he wants to remain, and he's willing to fight for it. And then somebody said, but what you really believe you could do in 5 years that you didn't do in almost 25 years in power? What you really believe you can achieve? And I remember a good friend of mine, a senior guy, he said, all this guy is interested in is to coming back and do mischief. And I believe he's right. All this guy is interested in is to come back and do mischief, right? Take revenge because he's hurting. He's hurting from the defeat. He never expected that he was going to lose and that his entire clan will be out of power. He never expected that. So he wants to come back in to take revenge because he's revengeful. He doesn't forget stuff. Comes back for that, to go after this one and go after that one. He's good at that. But we, the people, will prevent that from happening. And that is why they are fighting in that particular organization. And they will continue to fight. Because you have one faction on the ground trying to mobilize and organize, and you have another one who's saying, you have to stop, or we're going to stop you. So it's real bacchanal. But I expected that. People who are politically savvy, who understands that when you have a strong man ruling an organization for that long, it is kind of inevitable that the organization would disintegrate or end up in such a position where they'll be fighting for leadership and fighting for every single position they're in. But if you have an organization where you train people, the young and upcoming leaders of your organization, you empower them, then you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem. It's healthy to have that kind of environment within an organization. So Grenadians are calling for stability. They don't want any organization that has infighting and division and problems and so on to get power in this country. In fact, we saw what happened in 2008, 2013. The Grenadian people spoke, and their verdict was very, very clear. They don't want any party with infighting, instability, and problems. And you're seeing that with the new nasty party. They're fighting among themselves. The instability showing publicly. We are seeing it every single day. They cannot take control or get control of that organization. It's collapsing. And people are watching this whole movie play out publicly, right? But Grenadians are calling for stability. Grenadians want a steady hand and a steady head to govern and to rule. And we are happy with the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and the NDC team. They're doing a fantastic job. Every single day, we are seeing it. And thank God for social media. We don't have to wait on mainstream media to publish anything for you to see anything. In fact, mainstream media is feeling the pressure because they're not getting the amount of ads that they used to get. And businesses are opting to advertise online because that's where the people are. So they're feeling it. And people don't have to wait for very long to get information. It's in real time. Nearly everything is carried live nowadays. You don't have to wait for some journalist or some reporter to do a piece of an event that you actually viewed live. All right? It's like stale news. It's like they're extremely late. I heard that already. people would not be moved to listen to that piece that they're actually doing. So they get in real licks because news now is in real time. You no longer have to wait for 7 o'clock to reach or for 7:30 to come. You no longer have to wait for that. You get it on your phone, you get it on your tablet, you get it on your desktop, you get it on your laptop. I mean, it's just on the go. So with that, the government is able to easily govern. Because look, media over the many years have been very, very disruptive to our progress, to our development, and particularly when the NDC is in power. The media and, media workers, media entities, outfits, they have always been against the NDC programs and plans and the whole governance structure and everything else. They have always been anti-NDC, the majority of media outfits in the country. And we know why. Because the NNP was in power for a very long time. Relationships were established, forged, built over the many years. Loyalty, and other things like that. They became very loyal to the NNP. A lot of those media workers, they got a little opportunity to go to China. For the first time, they traveled. So they went through England. So they saw England. And then they went to China and back. And they get a little sweet taste in their mouth. They believe that they can, get another one, that kind of thing. Not only that, some of the media outfits, they got concessions, big time concessions to bring in all the equipment and everything like that, right? So they're extremely, extremely happy. Once that party is in power, once the NNP administration is in power, then they believe they have access. They can get this, they can get that. So they will toe the line for that administration, always. When it comes to NDC, even if NDC did a lot more for them, they still hated the NDC, and no matter what the NDC does, they would still twist the story, concoct stuff, and put it out there to make the NDC look bad. They have always done that. But because of social media, because of the internet and technology, all the different softwares and apps and so on, we are able to put stuff out there in real time, not waiting for them to come and cover something and then bring a story. People already heard the thing in real time. It's better for you to listen or to view something live, right? Than somebody cut out a piece and do a story with it or about it. Because many a times they're sharing their opinion and not facts. All right? So, look, the mainstream media is hurting. They're under real pressure. And that is why the NNP is not able to control the narrative in the country. So while they're on all different programs, saying all different things, they are not able to stop the good things from happening. So they know that thousands of Grenadians are coming to celebrate 50 years of independence. That has never happened before. This is a big moment. This is historic in nature. Hotel rooms are filled or will be filled, right? Guest houses, Airbnb, hotels, restaurants, just name it. All events pack. People are serious about the 50th anniversary. And this did not come about just so. A lot of the people who are coming is because they're glad the NDC is in power and the NNP is out. They're glad that Keith Mitchell no longer prime minister, and they're happier that the most honorable Deacon Mitchell is the Prime Minister of this country. And the team is a new team of men and women doing good things at Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. So the majority of these people, they are in love with the NDC and the Deacon Mitchell-led administration. And there is a buzz, there's an excitement, right? And that is what's creating that. Some people may not want to tell you. Some people might want to be naive. The reason why we have thousands of Grenadians returning home, it is not just because of 50 years, right? Yes, that has a part to play. But it's more than that. You speak to people, and they will tell you they are glad that Keith Mitchell is not Prime Minister of this country. They're glad that the NNP is not empowering Grenada. And they're extremely glad that things are looking up. People are excited about that, and they're coming back home to celebrate the 50 years, with our brothers and sisters here. Some people may not want to tell you, or they're afraid to tell you, as I would, or as I did a while ago, right? But that's the reality. There is a buzz, there is an excitement, because the most honorable Deacon Mitchell is Prime Minister of the state of Grenada, which includes Carriacou and Petit-Martinique. And his team is doing a fantastic job. And people are coming back home to celebrate. Look, the majority of NNP supporters, they would not go to the Independence Parade, and they would not participate in many of the events and activities. I'm telling you. And that is what it has been for many, many years. Your party in power, you all in. Your party out, you bitter, you sour, you're angry. That is what it is. Some people may not want to tell you it, but I will tell you because I'm unafraid. Right? And I have always been that way. You see? We are hoping that a lot of Grenadians who support the NNP could see the bigger picture and forget all the pettiness and so on. We're hoping that. Right? And let bygones be bygones. Let what happened then be, because we could live in the past if we want to, and you could live there if you want to. But we choose to move forward. We choose to build, transform. That is what we choose to do. There are some people who are still living in the past. In fact, they cannot get over Kem Jones. And they go cut out a little piece of clip and cut out a little piece of clip and play it over and over. And, but Kem Jones, I love controversy. Controversy makes Kem Jones. So when you put stuff out there about Kem Jones, it's good for me. More people get to discover me, more people, and then when they start listening to the program, when they start following, then they realize, but wait, what this man saying makes sense. And that is what happened over the many years. A lot of these people, they attack me, they go after me, and then people start Googling, start searching Kem Jones. And then they end up on the program. And when they get to listen to the program, they say, no, this guy has a good command of the English language. When he speaks with a higher level of consciousness and reasoning. He connects the dots nicely, and he articulates on the real issues in his own unique way, style, and he comes with energy and vibes. And then they remain. You ask people who've been listening or following this program for the many, many years, and they will tell you straight up, that's how they found me. People talking about Kem Jones, and then they, or the NNP attacking Kem Jones, and you understand the point? So those who want to remain in the past, then remain in the past. Because I could actually live there, The amount of things Keith Mitchell and the NNP did to this country, I could do programs a whole year living there. But I choose not to. I choose to move forward. There are a lot of good things happening for our people. There are a lot of good things happening for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. The NNP, they love to complain because they're a part of the complaining industry. That is how they mold them. That is how they indoctrinate them and shape them to complain. Every morning, they pick up a phone and they call the Plead Your Cause program or the To The Point program or something and just complain and complain and complain. Every morning, the same cadre of callers. If you monitor most of the talk radio programs in Grenada, where people are allowed to call in, the same cadre of callers call every single day, as though they have a monopoly on ideas, as though them alone, could see things, them alone could, articulate on X, Y, and Z. But the same stupidness they call and say every day, over and over and over and over again, right? In Grenada, a small group of people on the GBN to the point program, same. On the Plead Your Cause program on WFM, same. On that program up north with the NNP and them, same. Right? Sheldon Scott program, same thing. All of them, same. Just a group of, and what they're saying and what they ain't saying is the same thing. But I am saying Grenadians are experiencing, wealth. They're experiencing good governance. They're experiencing a transformation, not just in their community, but in their pockets. That is positive. In their homes, on their kitchen table. Grenadians are excited about the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And that is what you want. You want a government, a team of men and women who could make the people hopeful again, who could make the people believe in the future again, that it's possible. You can get rich while in Grenada. You can live a decent life while in Grenada, right? Better healthcare will come, better education, and so. In other words, you have the people are involved, and they see betterment on the horizon. That is what you want. You don't want your people to be living in despair and living, hopelessly. That they just don't believe tomorrow will bring betterment and opportunities. You don't want that. And that is why people are gravitating towards the NDC, gravitating towards this team, that good things will come, right? Better will come. And we are moving in that direction step by step by step. We are hopeful about the future. And even if we are laboring now, working hard to better our country, our children and children will benefit. There was a time in Grenada where a lot of people just migrated. They felt so hopeless that they got that visa. They went to the United States, the great United States. They went to Great Britain, England, United Kingdom, and Canada. They just left. And a lot of skilled people left. Over the 20-something years of NNP being in power, we had thousands and thousands and thousands of Grenadians who left Grenada. Yep. They just don't see a future. They never saw a future here. So you have a lot of our people coming back home now and build and develop. Yeah. Because they see a future in Grenada. They're hopeful again. And that is what you want for any country. For any country, that is exactly what you want. And so far, as we march towards 50 years, the activities and so on, they have been very, very successful. And let's keep it like that. I just pray and hope that everyone sees it that way, that this is about Grenada and not about NNP or NDC, but boy, oh boy, to come now and try to change the mindset of NNP supporters so that they can believe that. That would take many, 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 many years. You might die and not achieve that. So again, let us work together. So far, so good. The cleanup in the different communities, the beautification in the different communities, the events, the national events and other events, they have been very, very, very successful. And again, it boils back to the newness in the country. The most honorable Deacon Mitchell, his team of men and women, right? Because, Grenadians are looking for a leader one that they can follow, one that they can emulate, one that they can associate themselves with. You see the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell at any event, school, church, community, everywhere, gala, whatever. Everybody wants a picture with him, to embrace him, to hug him, to tell him thanks, to express appreciation. Look, I'm telling you, everywhere he goes. You didn't used to see that when Keith Mitchell was in power. You're mad at what? Who once wanted to go close to that? And now the jealousy, the enviousness is stepping in with Keith Mitchell, in my belief. So he sees that the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell is loved, liked, embraced. He then decides, well, let him go out there and try to do the same thing. So he has a good partner, photographer, videographer, producer, out there trying to capture the moment, but they cannot get many people to express a similar feel. So they would showcase one person in a vehicle where he embracing them and she telling him something. One person. When you see the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell, you see so many people embracing him, and so it's consistent with the feel throughout the country. But with the individual, one little short video with one person or two persons embracing him. You're in a whole tongue, Grenville tongue, walking about in Grenville, right? And the only thing you can pull out of that is one person embracing you or two persons embracing you. That's all. And you believe that what? People like you? Well, they just voted you out of power. They just kick you out. A year and 19 months or so ago. They just boot you out. It's the NNP cannot even have an event in New York. My event in New York was more successful than the NNP having anything there, right? They cannot have an event in Miami, Georgia, where you have Grenadians and so on, Canada, England. They just can't have events that are, successful. Not even here in Grenada. They cannot organize and have events here that are successful. And that is where the jealousy comes in. They're jealous. They're jealous that I am able to have an event so successful, or the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team, they're able to have events very successful, or the NDC chapter in New York, or the Deacon Mitchell support group in New York, or the NDC support group in Canada, or groups in Canada, in the United Kingdom, and all about. Right here in Grenada and so on. They're jealous because the NNP cannot have events that are successful. Shamefully so. Because people are not gravitating towards them. And while I'm on that note, I want to encourage you to support all the events of the 50th Independence Celebration Committee. All the events. Remember, you have a gospel coming up, gospel concert coming up.
Grenada, our beautiful pure island, is turning 50, and what better way to celebrate than with an evening that captures our heart, our spirit, our journey. Welcome to Up From Here, an experience of our past, present, and future. Join us at the National Cricket Stadium on Friday, February 2nd, as we revel in a spectacular showcase of Grenadian talent from our very own shores and from across the seas. Our artists are coming home to celebrate with us. Experience the rhythms that rocked our past and melodies that map our future. Live bands, sensational artists, dynamic dancers, all on one stage. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime 8 p.m. Come early. Bring your family. Bring your friends. Let's fill the stadium with our pride, our joy, our unity. 50 years of music, talent, and creativity. This is our moment, Grenada. Let's celebrate. It's only Up From Here together. Stay connected to our social media pages for updates at Grenada Turns 50.
Right, so that's the concert Up From Here. That concert, again, I want to encourage you to be a part of that. The Gospel Fusion Family Fun Day and concert at Progress Park. That was very, very successful yesterday. Very, very, very successful. And kudos to the organizers. Kudos to the people behind it. And again, it's a national event, so it's a part of the 50th Independence Celebrations Committee mandate, and so far they're pulling it off nicely. I want to commend them. I want to applaud them on that. But the concert Up From Here is coming up very soon, and be a part of that. It's absolutely free.
Three islands united as one.
A spectacular evening awaits you as the Grenada Independence Anniversary Committee of New York, under the auspices of the Consulate General of Grenada and guest of honor, Prime Minister the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, invite every Grenadian to join in celebrating Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence with our Golden Jubilee Gala. Enjoy the evening of Saturday, January 27th with exquisite cuisine, live entertainment, all in the vibrant and sophisticated atmosphere of the Anthems at 9643 Springfield Boulevard in Queens. Don't miss this opportunity to honor Grenada's milestone achievement. Limited seats are still available for a donation of $225. Reserve your seat now by calling the Grenada Consulate at 212-599-0301, Nick Cox at 347-528-3038, or Frances Purcell at 917-282-9405. Celebrate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence with the Golden Jubilee Gala. Reserve your tickets now and be a part of history.
Yes, indeed. All right. So that's New York. And then we have Canada. We have Canada. All right. My good friend Jerry Hopkin and the team.
Three islands united as one.
The Grenada Independence Planning Committee and the Grenada Association Toronto, under the auspices of the Consulate General of Grenada in Canada, invite all Grenadians and friends of Grenada in Canada to our Golden Jubilee Independence Anniversary celebrations in Ontario. Here's the list of our main activities. Firstly, the Interfaith Service of Thanksgiving, Sunday, February 4th at 3 p.m. at the Philadelphia Seventh-day Adventist Church, 65 Grand Marshal Drive, Scarborough, Ontario. Secondly, Wednesday, February 7th, the flag raising ceremony at 12 noon at Toronto City Hall, 100 Queen Street, West Toronto. Also on Wednesday, February 7th, the illumination of the cascading waters of Niagara Falls in the national colors of Grenada from 10 p.m. Look out for details from GIPC members in social media regarding a planned Golden Jubilee bus trip to witness this historical event. Fourthly, the Golden Jubilee of Independence Annual Gala, Saturday, February 10th from 6:30 p.m. at Parkview Manor, 55 Barber Green Road, Toronto. Tickets $135. Fifthly, Showcase Grenada, Sunday, February 18th at 1 p.m. inside the Jamaican Canadian Center, 995 Arrow Road, North York. This is the ultimate family experience featuring all things Grenadian. For more information about these events and to obtain tickets for the annual Independence Gala, call 416-856-3663 or 647-450-3287. One people, one journey, one future.
Yes. So again, I want to encourage you to support all the events. All the events, remember, Saturday coming will be that street fiesta, whole pile of food, whole pile of, vibes, music right here in St. Paul's. All right. So that's close to where Roger Barbecue is located down there. That whole street will be filled with music and so on, food and real vibes here in St. Paul's. And on the 4th, the exhibition and everything like that, food again, entertainment and everything like that at the community center. All right. So please be a part of that. Please support that in every and any way that you can. All right. Nice. Quite a bit happening there. The independence, right? So La Mode Pasture, time 11 a.m. until that's on February the 11th. So that's La Mode, February the 11th. Independence, road race, small road football, dominoes, card games, and so on. So that is on the 11th. Quite a bit happening between now and then. And don't forget my event. Don't forget my event on Friday the 9th, It's not far away. It's not far. You have about 9 days left in January. About 9 days left in January. And after that, you know what goes. Then you have 9 more days. So in 18 days' time, it will be my event. Remember, we starting at my place first. You're starting at my place first. Once you're a ticket holder, you're starting at my place first, starting time 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. to 10 to 4, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Oil dung, soup, food at my place here free. But the drinks you have to buy. It's a good opportunity to network and socialize. We will have a lot of people here at my place. We're gonna have a wonderful time. All right, pitch up some tents and some, cocktail tables and nice little vibes. Simple, ordinary vibes at my place here. And then at 7 p.m. So from 7 p.m. To 12 in the night, midnight, we will be at Radisson, right? Radisson Crown Ballroom from that time, where you would get, finger foods, basic drinks, Carib, Stag, Guinness, Mackerson, Shandy Carib, Ting, malt, water, Jacqueline, Special Dark, Class Coat, White, Rivers, Simona vodka, the basic drinks, Heineken, basic red wine and white. You understand the point? So you're going to get that there. But the premium drinks, you have to buy it by the bottle, right? And it's cash only. So don't come there with a card, some credit card or some debit card and say, oh, Kim, give me a bottle. I go. I say, no, it's cash only. If you don't have cash, then you'd have to go for the other drinks. Cash only for the premium drinks, right? So you're going to buy a bottle. They're going to bring it to your table with a bucket of ice and glass, right? Glasses. So you could drink and comfort. You have to go in no line and fight up. You understand the point? All right? So you'll be able to do that on that day. Hello? Hello? Hey, good morning.
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, that's Mr. Kim?
Yes, Cam Jones.
Yes, good morning. First time I'm really calling you. I have your number a little while now, but first time I get a chance to call you.
All right.
I just listen in your program there, which I do all the time.
Right, but I am...
I asking you, please,
Hold on.
please
Hold on.
tell Grenadians
Hold on.
to leave the violence home. Eh?
Yeah, caller.
Yes.
You listening to me?
Yes, I was listening to your program.
Right, well, I'm still live.
Oh, yeah. But I asking you
hold
to
on.
please
Hold on.
Grenadians
Hold on. You got to
leave
listen to
the
me.
violence home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leave
sorry.
Hold on. What violence? What you referring to? I don't understand.
No, like, sometimes they go out in little activity around the festive time.
When last you ever...
to get violent.
Yeah, when last you ever heard about that?
Well, a little while I don't hear about it, but I asking you to please tell them to leave the
Well,
violence.
there is no need for me to tell them that because there's no violence here.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, good. There's no need for me to tell people that. No. Grenadians are nice and peaceful. Right? Yeah, no violence. That's not for Grenada. No. That don't happen here. All right. But thank you very much, dear my brother. Thank you very much for calling. All right, good. So I was saying, at the Crown Ballroom, that's Radisson Crown Ballroom, it will be real vibes. Entertainment from the start to the finish. All right? Entertainment from the start to the finish. We're gonna have a wonderful time down there. It's an elegantly formal event. So it's a formal event, elegantly formal. And we're gonna have a wonderful time. So remember, it's 2 events, 1 day, but you must be a ticket holder. All right? You must be a ticket holder to actually come at my place. So if you want to come here, firstly, you have to have a ticket. And then to come at the event at Radisson, you must have a ticket. So you have to be, so that's really for the ticket holders. The 2 events are for people who purchase tickets and who will be coming to the event because they have tickets. All right? It's what it is. Also remember the event at Radisson, for you to get the premium drinks, you have to come with cash. It's cash only. So no credit card and no what do you call it? Credit card and debit card and so on. No. It's cash only. So take out your money before. When you come, take out your money and carry your money with you at the event if you expect to buy the Hennessy, to buy the Courvoisier, to buy the Baileys, to buy the Yellowtail wine and so on, the Malibu, the Tenexo, the El Dorado, the Casamigos, the whole works, the gin, the tequila, the Fireball, the whole list of premium drinks, the black Johnny Walker Black and so on and so forth. Expect to come with cash money for that. All right, cash money for that to buy a bottle, and you're not going to buy it by the drinks. We're not going to be giving you by the drinks, by the bottle. So you and your crew, you and your friends and so on, go around a table and you do that. So people already start linking with me for tables and who want tables and so on. And I look at the amount of tickets you have and so on, because that's important. Because we cannot provide tables for everybody. We can't provide tickets for everybody. Not tickets, sorry. Tables, cocktail tables for everybody. You talk about 500 plus people or so in a venue. That's not going to happen. All right? So those who come in to drink at the bar, right, to drink beer, Heineken, Carib, Stag, a little Rivers, not a lot of Rivers. After a while, the Rivers will be premium too, because Rivers is not no cheap rum, You understand the point, so to speak. So after a while, you got to buy a bottle. Right, so I'm saying that, the beers and so on, you can get that easily at the 2 bars and so on. Drink, and nothing wrong with that. Right? And there will be enough for you to drink. But when it comes to the premium drinks, all right, very important. If I decide to give you the premium drinks free, then I'm boss. See? Different. All right, so people already start linking and connecting and so on, and we take it from there. All right? So we still have some more tickets. We still have tickets. If you want tickets, you can get. We still have tickets for the event. It's almost there, but we still have some tickets left. Almost there. All right? And those who ask me to keep tickets for them and so on, I have that. Some paid already for it. You just to collect it, and you can collect it. Even when you're coming on the day, during the day, and you come at my place on the day, I can actually give you the tickets because I have your name and everything written down. And, take it from there. Nice and smooth. You know how I do things. I do things smooth, well organized, and so on. So I look forward to seeing you and having you at the event, the both events, my place and at Radisson Crown Ballroom. Even if you come at my place for 3 hours, 4 hours, right? No problems, because I try to get some oil down on food kind of early up, 10, 11, 12, and then get some more coming by 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So everybody going to get some food to eat and, soup and other things like that. And we're going to drink up and so on right here at my place. All right? So, hello?
Hi, Cam. Oh, you're still on the program? I was listening to Vibes.
Oh, all right. No. We could speak.
No.
You all right? You want to call after?
I'll call you after the program.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Nice. Yeah, no problem. So normally when you call me on my cell, it's connected to the system. So you go live, right? During the program. Because it's Bluetooth and, it's modern. It's no longer this, what you call it, landline phone with all kind of cable, all kind of thing to connect. No. All right. So just saying, it will be a nice vibes. Come here, sit, chat, drink, laugh. We have a wonderful time at my place here from 10 to 4. That's where we starting the thing. The vibes go start here at my place on the lawn there. And then we go down to Radisson Crown Ballroom. So you have enough time. 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 4 hours to organize yourself, to pay and nice up and head down to the Radisson Crown Ballroom. And, you have ample time. And everything will be organized for that. Beautiful. All right? And you will be entertained here. All right? Nice. So I look forward to seeing you. I really do. And we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. Both events. All right? Good. So have a wonderful day. I'll be back with you tonight. Tonight starting from 8 in the PM as we continue the journey.